Welcome to this lively exchange on improving English skills, focusing on that episode designed for beginners, the podcast conversation episode 4.
Absolutely, it's a real gem. What strikes you most about the approach they use?
Well, one key element is the clear, deliberate speech. It's like, they intentionally slow down the pace so beginners can really catch every word.
Yep, right, and that emphasis on natural conversation helps listeners pick up everyday expressions, doesn't it?
Exactly. It's not just about isolated vocabulary, but forming complete, engaging sentences that mirror real-life interactions.
And I noticed the episode even provides a transcript, giving listeners a visual cue to reinforce what they hear.
Yes, that's a real bonus. The transcript acts like a safety net for learners, letting them follow step by step, and it's available right on YouTube along with clear audio.
So it's like a guided learning session where you can pause and rewind if needed, right?
Yeah, it's like having a language partner who repeats themselves so you never miss a beat.
Yeah, and with nearly 589k views and solid engagement, it shows that the technique really resonates with beginners.
Absolutely. The numbers speak for themselves. And there's an interesting design choice too. The conversation is structured, yet casual enough to feel like an actual dialogue with natural stutters and repeated phrases, which, mimic real speech.
That's so true. I mean, when you listen, it feels like you're eavesdropping on a friendly exchange rather than sitting through a monotonous lecture.
Right. And that format makes it less formal and more, inviting. It covers everyday topics, greetings, small talk, shopping, and even cultural tidbits that are essential for actual day-to-day conversations.
Speaking of cultural tidbits, I really appreciate how sometimes they weave in aspects of social context. It's like learning language and culture together, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. It's like, you're not just learning words, but also the tone and the context behind them. For example, they might discuss a simple exchange at a cafe and toss in little cultural cues that help you understand what to expect in real interactions.
Right. And that approach helps in reducing the anxiety that many beginners feel when trying to speak a new language.
Exactly. It creates a relaxed listening environment while still challenging you to think and respond. Also, the audio is super clear, which helps with pronunciation practice.
Now, here's a thought. Do you think that the deliberately slow pace might sometimes feel a bit too slow for some learners, especially those who want to ramp up quickly?
That's a valid point. I mean, it's like, for absolute beginners, the slow pace is perfect. But as you get more comfortable, you might crave a bit more speed or variation to push your limits further.
Exactly. It might work as a stepping stone, but eventually, learners may need more challenging material.
Right. It's all about progression. This episode is a great start. Very accessible and encouraging. But there's room to grow, as the listener's skills develop.
Yep. I also noticed that the channel, Speak English Smartly, has a huge library, over 100 episodes. That suggests a well-rounded journey right from the very basics to more advanced conversations.
Absolutely. It's like a comprehensive roadmap. You start with clear, simple exchanges, and then gradually add more complex topics and faster dialogues.
And beyond just the language skills, the inclusion of episodes with different daily life scenarios makes the content more relatable.
Right. It's almost like each episode is a mini lesson on living in an English-speaking world. They bring in elements like greetings, daily routines, and even travel scenarios to broaden your vocabulary and contextual understanding.
I really like that aspect. It's organic, like you're learning through conversation with a friend, rather than memorizing grammar rules angrily.
Yeah, it's, like the conversation lets you feel the rhythm of the language. A friendly, natural pace can actually build confidence.
Exactly. However, I'd like to challenge one idea here. While the clear enunciation is great, sometimes I wonder if too much repetition might dull the dynamism a bit. What's your take on that?
That's a fair critique. I'd say the repetition is intentional. It's designed to reinforce learning. But I get it. For some it might seem, a tad predictable if they're ready for a next-level challenge.
True, it's a balancing act, and I guess in this instance the target is beginners, who really benefit from such reinforcement.
Exactly. And hey, the inclusion of options like download and closed captions also caters to diverse learner styles. Whether you're a visual learner or someone who likes to listen while on the go, There's something in it for everyone.
Plus, the friendly tone throughout makes it feel like a rather supportive community than just a solitary lecture.
Right on. It's like you're gaining confidence with every listened phrase, and the available transcript helps to cement the learning further.
Yep. And honestly, for anyone just starting their English learning journey, a resource like this is invaluable. It provides not only language skills, but also the nuance of conversational flow that many textbooks miss.
Absolutely. It's like having a patient tutor who walks you through everyday expressions, and the podcast format makes it all feel dynamic and alive.
Speaking of keeping it dynamic, do you think there are ways the podcast could further enhance its interactivity? Like maybe incorporate live Q&A sessions or real-time listener challenges?
Oh, definitely. Introducing elements like live calls or listener-submitted questions could add a whole new layer of engagement. It would be like turning a one-way lecture into a two-way conversation.
That would be exciting and could help learners feel even more connected to the material.
Exactly. It would really build a community around the learning process, something that's as important as the language itself.
Overall, this episode is a really well-crafted tool for beginners. It provides clear structure, relatable content, and a friendly atmosphere that eases learners into speaking English.
Yep, it's a fantastic resource for easing into the language. And though there's always room for growth in interactivity and pacing, it does a stellar job of establishing a solid foundation.
Exactly. And for anyone just starting out or even those brushing up on their basics, this approach is definitely a must-try.
Indeed. Keep practicing, keep listening, and soon you'll find yourself thinking and speaking in English naturally.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks for the great discussion. It's been both insightful and super motivating for anyone looking to improve their English through engaging conversations.
Thanks, and happy learning to everyone tuning in.